12 warning signs you're dealing with manipulative women. Before we start, check the link in the top right corner to get the premium masterclass on fractionation, seduction and pickup lines for free via email. Being manipulated can be a painful experience. Recognize the signs of a manipulative woman so that you can take your life back and not be a victim. A healthy relationship works under a fair, give and take arrangement. We give our partner all the love, attention, and support we can afford, but we also expect to be accorded the same. While it may be commendable to give further efforts in the relationship, at the expense of your well-being, there are times that you need to take a step back and consider the possibility that you see the signs of a manipulative woman in your relationship. The most obvious signs of a manipulative woman. Manipulation in a relationship is not always easy to accept and can be painful to take once realized. That is why it is best to know the early signs of manipulation before you become a victim. Despite their deception, manipulative people can be consistent and tend to display a specific set of behaviors. If you see the following signs of a manipulative woman, then consider getting out of such a relationship. 1. Sudden and overreactive emotional outbursts during arguments. Sudden emotional outbursts such as crying or shouting fits when you argue are the relationship equivalent to a gamer's rage quit. Normal couples may sometimes argue, but you hear both sides in order to come to a compromise. Manipulative people play the emotional outburst card once they feel their argument is crumbling and they are cornered. Emotional outbursts can also be used as a weapon to embarrass you in front of your friends or to gain the sympathy of other people in public places. 2. She plays nice every time she needs something from you. Manipulative women either act very sweet and amicable or sometimes go as far as bribing you with sexual favors. They expect you to do something in return. While this may happen to normal couples at certain times, manipulative women would treat you coldly or indifferently most of the time. They only put up a facade of affection when they are about to ask for a favor. 3. She only texts or calls you if she needs something from you. You only hear from her if she needs you to buy her stuff or do some chores for her. Oftentimes you realize that long-distance couples would talk more often compared to you and your manipulative girlfriend. For manipulative women, communication is only necessary to get something out of you. 4. She makes you feel like the worst boyfriend in the world if you don't do what she wants. In short, she acts like a spoiled brat. If she doesn't throw a temper tantrum, she plays on your emotions by making you question your worth as a significant other if you don't comply with her demands. 5. She constantly fails to contribute financially in the relationship. AKA she lets you keep buying her stuff and pay for her expenses without doing the same for you. While it is a bit of a relationship tradition for guys to take a larger share of a relationship's expenses, a decent partner at least attempts to give their fair share of spending in the relationship. On the other hand, manipulative women would not even bother to attempt to reach for their purse when the bill comes. They make the lamest excuses to avoid contributing financially. 6. She always plays the victim even if she's in the wrong. This is usually done in combination with number 1 for great effect. When she gets called out for something she has done, she most likely twists the narrative to make it appear that you are the one at fault. She won't admit or apologize for her own mistake. 7. She would ignore you rather than apologize first. When a couple argues, sometimes they reach an impasse where both temporarily lay off communicating in order to clear their heads. Under normal circumstances, one or both break the sulking stalemate and apologize. However, a manipulative woman doesn't care if you don't talk ever again. She'll never initiate an apology even if she's the one in the wrong. 8. Feigning ignorance. If she doesn't know, then she cannot be accused of something. Feigning ignorance is a common tactic of manipulative people to avoid being accountable for their own actions. A manipulative woman usually employs this as an excuse to get out of relationship responsibilities or divert attention and blame away from her. 9. Your problems are insignificant compared to hers. When you notice your partner belittles your problems, she probably is a manipulative person. Manipulative people display extreme forms of selfishness and lack of empathy towards the suffering of other people, even if that person is their significant other. 10. Constant guilt tripping. If your partner still gives you grief for an old mistake and constantly brings it up to make you feel guilty, then she probably is a manipulative woman. Guilt tripping is a form of emotional manipulation. The manipulator uses their victim's emotional vulnerability to get them to do the things they want. 11. You hook up more than spending quality time together. Hookups are cheap and temporary. Spending time together, on the other hand, requires each person to invest a degree of intimacy towards the other. Manipulative people and their natural selfishness would rather stick with hookups as a means to satisfy their physical needs. They don't deal with the hassle of emotional intimacy that way. For them, quality time is an unnecessary waste of time and effort. 12. She's inconsiderate of your general well-being. For a manipulative woman, you're just a tool to be used and a means to an end. She doesn't care if you spend a great deal of effort, time, money, or even kill yourself in the process of pleasing her. Her natural selfishness dictates that her needs are more important than your own well-being. She probably might even get mad at you and paint you as the villain for not doing more for her. Girls aren't purely sugar, spice, and everything nice. They can also be capable of cruel things. So understand the signs of a manipulative woman and be forewarned. I am pretty sure you have followed the lines of pickup artists etc. in the past. And these lines sometimes might work, but more often they won't. You know why? You don't feel authentic while telling them. And women can literally smell this. So the biggest disadvantage of our regular lines and tricks is, they don't make women obsessed and literally enslave them in a positive way. But no problem, if you want to learn how to become a high-status man that naturally says the right things and use the deadliest pickup line in an authentic way to make the women obsessed for you, just click the link at the end of the video, put in your email, and Jason will send you the masterclass video for free. Don't know how long it will be available,